welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. My name is Kayla, and today I'm going to be sharing with you guys the little bits and bobs I picked up over the last little while. Hey guys, hello, welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you're new. Let me tell you, the last couple of days have been stressful for me. But when I get super stressed or when I'm having like a really bad day, I do a little bit of retail therapy. So I popped into a handful of different thrift stores over the weekend and I thrifted a couple of things, and because I was in rare form, should we say, I did not want to film it. So I figured I would just show you guys some of the bits and bobs I've thrifted or picked up from various other places in the last, well, some of these things are like months old, and then some of these things I picked up over the weekend. So it's, you know, it's like a wide variety of things. Let's just jump right in. Okay, so I think we start with the non-thrifted things actually, because I think that's mostly all like homeware. So let's start with that. We'll start with Joann's, just the one thing. You guys, I went to Joann's a couple of weeks ago, and then I actually went back yesterday for like a housewarming present, and they still had this, and it's just this really beautiful dish. It's actually in, I would call it like a mushroom cream, like a mushroomy, creamy, grayish brown color. Lovely color, and it's also speckled a little bit, and then it has these incredible mushrooms in the middle. So there's red mushrooms, brown mushrooms, more pinky toned mushroom, and then I don't know what these are, flowers or mushrooms, fungi of sorts, not 100% sure. I'm assuming it's probably a different fungus, I just don't know. So that is this dish. It's from the brand Place and Time, and it is dishwasher and microwave safe, so I'm assuming you can probably put food in it if you wanted, like dip or something. I think I'm gonna use it as a jewelry dish or a trinket dish. I have lots of trinket dishes, but I also have lots of trinkets, so I think that's what I'm gonna use this for. I think it's so freaking cute, and you know, it was like one of those things that was on sale. Like everything at Joann's is like excessively priced, but then everything is 40 to 70% off, and I think this was like 50% off or something from their spring collection, even though it's screaming autumn to me. But anyway, I picked this up. I think it couldn't have been more than like $10 to $12. I don't think I would have spent that much like more on it, because I do have some boundaries. While I was at Joann's, I saw like the ceramic containers that you can store like strawberries or just berries, I guess, in, and I've seen quite a few other people using them, especially like my Cottagecore fam. A lot of them are using them to store like berries in their refrigerator. And so then I heard also that your strawberries will stay longer if you transfer them out of the plastic container. So when I was at Joann's, I saw one of those strawberry things, but it was $25. And I was like, I'm definitely gonna need 2 of these. And I was not really trying to spend $50 on strawberry ceramic containers. So then I actually popped over to Books A Million that day. I was hanging out with some friends, and we were killing some time. So we went over to Books A Million, and they had some. So I picked these up. There are 2 slightly different colors, but they're pretty close. And I do think that they were meant to be different colors. I've been using them, and let me tell you, my strawberries have been lasting longer. I have no idea why, except for that maybe it aerates them better. Don't ask me, I'm not sure. But I did pick these up. So this one is just like a pretty mint green, and then this one is a little bit more blue, kind of like sagey green, and they were $8 a piece. $8 a piece compared to $25 for one of them. They are a tiny bit smaller than the Joann's ones, but I'm really excited to have them in my life. Continuing with kitchenware, I also picked up this mug recently. I have, for as long as I can remember, been really obsessed with like camper vans, particularly like the Volkswagen bus camper vans. So I was perusing through Walmart one day. I was actually, again, burning time. I was heading home from the gym, and I was meeting up with a friend at like 6:45 or something, and I was gonna be exceptionally early, but I didn't want to go all the way home because it was going out of the way. So I waited, and I did not go all the way home. Instead, I just popped into Walmart since it was on the way. Anyway, so while I was there, I saw this, and I was like, this mug is adorable. I quite literally FaceTimed my mom and my brother's girlfriend, and I was like, do I need this? And my mom was like, well, your father's gonna kill you, but if it brings you joy. So I picked this up. I have an excessive mug collection, but I kind of love that because then someday when I have my own place then people will be drinking out of like really interesting and funky and special mugs every time they drink some coffee or tea or whatever else is hot that you might drink, hot cocoa, at my house. So yeah, I picked this up. It's just like teal on the top, and then it's got little lights, and they're like painted yellow with glaze, which I think is really pretty. The windows are actually painted as well, like a very pale white blue. And then there is this really lovely floral print all around the sides and pink tires. Okay, moving on, sticking with the hippie sort of mushroom theme. I got these. These were actually gifted to me. Chloe gave them to me, my younger brother's girlfriend, and these are probably 3 to 4 months old, and I just haven't had a chance to show them to you guys in anything, but they're so cute I wanted to. So these are from the Target dollar section, and they're just a little salt and pepper shaker. They're so cute. So it's a little yellow spotted mushroom. I assume you'd probably use this one for salt, probably, right? You would use a smaller one. And then this is a red one with irregular shaped white spots on it. And then little fungi, little mushrooms. So yeah, probably use this one for pepper, probably use this one for salt. It'd be very, very cute. I do also have pretty substantial collection of salt and pepper shakers, but I also use them as decorations. I put them on shelves, and I like trinkets, as I said before. So this is definitely like a trinkety bit that would definitely be displayed in like a china cabinet or on top of my stove or something like that. I actually went out to Cracker Barrel for lunch this weekend with my family, and when we walked in, my mom was like, "Kayla, I've never seen anything that screams more you." And then Chloe had the same reaction, and I was like, okay, so I'm spending all my money today, so let me unwrap it. So I picked up this teapot. I have to say it was actually a really great price. I would picture a teapot like this, especially like, look at this lid. It's got a tiny butterfly on top, like this little artisan lid. It's so cute. It's from the actual Cracker Barrel brand, so I have no idea what that means, but I got this teapot. It's so cute. It has a massive toadstool mushroom on the front, and then it also has some flowers and strawberries, which is strawberries and mushrooms, the theme of today. And yeah, just like a ton of different flowers, and it's green, which I'm really loving green. We're all loving green right now. And yeah, I just thought this was really cute. I do have a fair few teapots, but again, this is the kind of thing I would use as a display item, and then it would also be a practical item, whereas some of my other teapots are like the porcelain is cracked because they're thrifted, and so you cannot use them. They're strictly for like decorative purposes, whereas this is one that I could actually use and have as a decorative piece. You guys, this was only $25. I really thought this was going to be way more expensive, and I was preparing to like whip out my credit card. But it really was just like, it was $25. I was like, that is so good for a brand new teapot. Like, what? And then of course I spotted the matching mugs. So I did pick up 4 of these just to give myself an even set. I'm kind of kicking myself for not getting 6 because there's 5 people in my like immediate family, and then when you add Chloe in, there's 6 of us. Anyway, I picked these up, and these were only $7. It's the same design on the front, and I loved how the little lip of the mug is like a lettuce leaf trim kind of, and it's trimmed with green as well. Okay, moving on, let's talk about some small business things. So I recently went to an Irish festival. I am Irish. St. Patrick's Day was last month. My family went to the St. Patrick's Day festival in the city, and I wanted to get some new sort of like Irish jewelry, so to speak. I have a couple of clatter rings and none of them fit me anymore. One is like from when I was an actual baby, and then one is maybe when I was like a kid, so neither of them actually fit me. And so I was looking at the clatter rings, but they only had them in silver, and I'm not really like a big silver person. But I saw they had these Irish knot little earrings, so I picked these up. They're so dainty and cute, the perfect kind of earrings or jewelry for me. So I picked these up. I will say they definitely did irritate my ears a little bit because it's costume. So I may just switch out the hooks for some gold-filled ones because those would just be a little bit more comfortable, and because I have sensitive ears, gold-filled, because it has real gold mixed into the metal, for whatever reason, doesn't have the same reaction to my ears. Speaking of gold filled, I also picked up these lovely earrings that I have on here. I actually got these from an Etsy shop called Jules Vere, I believe, and I cannot recommend these enough. I've seen chunky gold hoops have been like a huge trend lately, and I wanted to hop on that bandwagon. I have always loved chunky gold hoops, and I guess I just never thought about buying them, or whenever I have, I knew I was gonna have to get like gold ones, like solid gold ones, and it's just a lot of money. And then because of my Etsy shop, I discovered the world of gold filled jewelry, which is, so there's like gold jewelry, which is fine jewelry, then there's gold filled, which is like the level just below fine jewelry, and then there's gold plated, which is basically costume. I can't do gold plated, doesn't work for me. Gold filled though absolutely does. So I picked these up. They were only $16, you guys. Not even. They were like $15.89 or something like that, with like taxes and whatever, and the shipping was free. They're so amazing. I'm definitely going to leave them linked down below. They are so lightweight. They're so beautiful. I'm obsessed. And yeah, I'm very happy to have them. I've been wearing them nonstop for like the last week. Okay, so let's move on to the actual thrifted stuff. Okay, first things first, let's talk about books. I have picked up some beautiful books lately. So firstly, I'm going to show you this edition of Anne of Green Gables I recently picked up. I got this on thriftbooks.com, which is my new obsession. I'm doing a reading challenge with my brother's girlfriend. We're trying to read 2 books a month. Currently, I'm reading Emma, and I've discovered that when it comes to classics, I need to do audiobooks, which I've never liked audiobooks. I'm not really like an audio learner. So it's interesting though that I'm comprehending and like processing the classics really well with audiobooks. So I'm currently listening to one of the audiobooks for Emma that is on YouTube. It's fantastic, actually. The woman who's reading it does an incredible job. I'll leave it linked down below if you guys want to listen to Emma. But anyway, Anne of Green Gables is a book I really want to read this summertime, I think. So of course this is by L.M. Montgomery, and yeah, I just thought this was such a beautiful edition, and I couldn't believe I found it on thriftbooks.com. It couldn't have been more than $5, which I think is insane because this book was originally $16, and this is one of the Puffin books, and they make some of the most beautiful books I've ever seen in my life. Speaking of Anne of Green Gables, my parents also picked this up for me from Second and Charles, which is like a big secondhand but also some new stuff kind of store. I am pretty sure this is new, but I don't know. My parents bought it for me, and this is another edition of Anne of Green Gables. I really loved the show Anthony, and I have been dying to read this, so I actually got this one first, and then I was like, that's too pretty to read from. So then I got this one afterwards, so I can actually just like read from it. Not to say that this one isn't beautiful, it is. This one just seems really delicate, and I'm like afraid to even take the plastic off of it. So this one I think is just going to live on a shelf, but it is so beautiful. It's got that vintage binding look, and then of course this incredible laser cutout, and then you can see Anne just sort of sitting with her little braids. Probably, it looks like among like a rose bush or something, and yeah, absolutely love this. I think this is like $34, and I know you can still get these because I actually just bought an edition of Emma like this at Books A Million for my friend Molly. So you can definitely find these. They have a ton of different ones with this cover on it. The last book that I recently picked up is actually a play. So I don't love this cover. I do love the spine though, and also I'm so excited to read this. So I recently saw Cyrano with Peter Dinklage, the movie. I'm obsessed. I'm ticked off that it flopped in the box office, but I feel like it just didn't come out at the right time. But I did pick up Cyrano de Bergerac, the play, and I'm so excited to read this. This is actually a collector's edition. It wasn't like super well taken care of, but I did get this on thriftbooks.com, and I think I got it for like $5 or $6. Other editions were incredibly expensive, so I just went for this one. But yeah, so I picked this up. Excited to read it. It is like a rhyming play, kind of Shakespearean if you will, but it is by Rostin Bruisad, I guess. And yeah, excited to read it. If you haven't seen the Peter Dinklage Cyrano, I do recommend. It is quite good. Okay, then other little trinkety bits. Everything else is from like thrift stores. So I picked this up. You guys know I love cottages. Cottagecore is my life. And I'm dying to live in a cottage. It's backwards. So I picked this up. I saw it the other day when I was at the thrift store. I thought it was adorable. Felt like it was meant to be. This is gonna be so cute on a shelf. It's just like a little cottage, and it's got like the brick front and then stone on the rest of the house. And I imagine the roof is supposed to be like straw or something. I'm not sure. It does look kind of like a concrete texture, but I don't think anyone would want a concrete roof house. But yeah, picked this up and I thought it was really, really cute. Loved the details. I just love the colors. It's neutral, it's fun, it's beautiful, and it's gonna look great on a shelf somewhere. This was $3.75, though I do believe I got it for half off. Sticking with that sort of cottagey aesthetic, I also picked up this vase here. It is a smaller size vase. I can't remember off the top of my head how much it was, and I did already take the price tag off, but it is just so beautiful. I'm a big fan of amber glass, and while I don't think this is amber glass, it does kind of give off that feel. It's sort of like a brownish orangey porcelain, like a dark brownish orange porcelain, and then it has this incredible floral scene on the front and then some like gold detailing on it as well. So I just thought it was really beautiful. There's also some birds on it. Okay, moving on to more clothing related items. So first thing I picked up is this brown skirt here. This is just a brown A-line skirt. It is a basic, nothing crazy about it, nothing to, you know, write home about, but I really wanted to just get a nice, well-fitting, basic brown A-line skirt that I can use for a multitude of outfits. Before I bought this, I only had like a prairie skirt and a pleated skirt, and both of them are quite long. This one hits just below the knee, so it's a little bit shorter, and it's also just like exceptionally basic, which is what I wanted. It's originally from Coldwater Creek, and it's in size 14. It fits like a gem. Definitely a vintage piece, and I'm very excited to have this. It cost me $4.79. Which is not bad. The other clothing item I'm actually wearing, so I'll just kneel like this. I don't know, this is weird thing that I'm doing here. I bought these shorts. I saw them in the plus size section and freaked out because the pattern is so beautiful. It's a green, yellow, purple, pink, and white checker print, and in each of the colored blocks there's these beautiful little flower details in all of them, and they're just so cute. They are quite a bit oversized, but I wanted them as lounging shorts. I don't wear a ton of shorts, and a lot of the times this is just because they're not long enough and then my legs chafe and it's uncomfortable. So because these were oversized, they're also a lot longer than like the average short, and they're the perfect length. I love them. I've been wearing them all day. They're exceptionally comfortable. Really excited to have them. Up next, I got some sheets. I picked up these sheets here and I thought that they would make like a pretty dress or something, and it's already got like a ruffle at the bottom, and I was like, this would make like a really beautiful sort of baby doll puff sleeve type of dress, I think. So I think that's what I want to try to do with this. It's just blue with yellow polka dots that kind of remind me of fireflies, and then white daisies. I also have a pillowcase, so I think I should have enough fabric to make that kind of dress. Up next, I got this little tank top here. It's just like a cute little summery, flirty, flowy top. I got this actually from, if you know what Plato's Closet is, we have like a local version of that called Uptown Cheapskate. I'm not gonna lie, not my favorite thrift store. It's also generally pretty expensive, I would say, so I'm very picky about what I get there. But I did get this, and it was 25% off, so it was only $5, and I felt comfortable with spending that. It's just like, again, a flirty, flouncy little cropped tank top. It's very cute. It's got a little tie at the top, and then I like how it has a similar sort of silhouette to this, and yeah, I really liked it. It's a light blue with yellow daisies as well, so clearly I'm very much into daisies. This is originally from Target, by the way, and I believe it's in a size large. Fits really, really well. And then the final thing is these shoes here. You guys, these were brand new, like brand spanking new. So these are some loafers. You guys know I'm a big fan of loafers, and they have just this classic Christmas tartan. Clearly they won't be worn for a while, but it's never too early to start thrifting for Christmas time things. So I got these, again, classic Christmas tartan, red, green, navy, white, black, and yellow. And then they have this beautiful gold trimming around them. These are originally from J. Crew, and they're in a size 9. They were on the pricier side. They were $18, but because they were brand new, I felt very comfortable with that price point, and I did try them on, and they fit so nicely, and I'm really, really, really excited to have these. I've been wanting to have a pair of like Christmas shoes for a while, and every time I look, there's just more money than I'm willing to spend. And that, my friends, is everything that I've thrifted or purchased from little like small businesses or random different places in the last couple of months. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Also, feel free to subscribe down below. It's totally free, and I'll let you know when I upload new videos, which is every single Wednesday. I upload fashion-related content every single week. And I think that's all I have for you guys. So don't forget, it costs absolutely nothing to be kind. So be kind to yourself and others, and I'll see you next week. Bye.